Well, Ghislaine Maxwell is whisked off to an even more minimal security prison in Texas, and Trump fires his Commerce of Labor Statistics chairperson because he doesn't like the numbers that come in for the jobs report. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Center Lane. The political discussion flows us in the middle. That's not a bad thing. Well, Ghislaine Maxwell was taken in the heat of the night over to Texas to a more minimal security work camp than the one she was already in Florida. Reasons given, not really quite sure. Did Todd Blanche being there last week for 2 days have something to do with it? I think one can only imagine, right? It's this prison that she's going to is even more minimal, no fences, more freedoms, more of a dormitory type setting. She's in it with a couple other infamous criminals right now. Elizabeth Holmes, the one that had the blood test where you're supposed to prick your finger and she bilked about $1 billion out of people. And then one of the Real Housewives of LA is in there too, I don't know her name. I just find it kind of interesting. They call it, non-violent, white-collar crimes. Like, I would think that Elizabeth Holmes bilking people out of their life savings probably caused one or two people to, do some things they wouldn't normally do. Maybe possibly, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but, people commit suicide over less. I'm just saying. So to call that white-collar crime is something that's less, I don't see it that way. Anyways, that's where she is. Why she's there, we're not quite sure. Some of the reasons is conjectured that maybe she is going to become state's some kind of evidence that the people in the prison where she was at were dangerous and might hurt her. And, maybe that's possible. I don't know. Maybe it's just because she's got some kind of little sweetheart deal going on here that we don't know about because, they didn't let us know what that whole conversation between him and her and Todd Blanche and crew was all about. More to follow on that. It would be funny, though, if she escaped or if she just left. Fences there. It's like, what, she's well-funded. If she just disappears, that'd be something, eh? Anyways, that's going on with that. Now, Trump, on the other hand here, he went ahead and fired the Commerce for Labor Statistics chairperson. I can't pronounce her last name, so I won't even try. This is a nonpartisan group. She was approved last year. Yes, Biden was president, but by 85 or 88 to 12 or 85 to 15, I believe, in the Senate, nonpartisan vote to get her in. It's a number. Look, here's the bottom line. Even if she wanted to fudge numbers, it's really hard because you know what they say when I was in the corporate world? Numbers don't lie. And numbers are important. If they're bad, they're bad. But what they do is they allow you to target things you need to work on. For example, when I was in the restaurant industry, if I had a high food cost, so I go, well, maybe there's other products I could buy that might be a little bit cheaper. Maybe that's the way our storaging. Maybe we're over prepping and we have a lot of waste. And those numbers tell you things. That's just a small example, but it does the same thing with the jobs report. Where those are top of the line numbers. You dig down deeper and you get answers. That's why you do it. Numbers don't lie. All right. Some of the things that might be causing the low job report is, first off, Doge went in there and took away a lot of the federal jobs. I'm assuming that there's the minuses and pluses are as a result of each month. So if there was 50,000 jobs taken away there and 100,000 created here, is that only net 50? That's what I would think. That's math. And AI is taking a lot of jobs. It's already starting to show up. Okay, some of the lower level jobs, you guys know as well as I do. You go on the phone to talk to anything about anyone. You can't get a person anymore. Those used to be real people on the other end of that phone. Now to get to a real person, several layers of AI. Those things are showing up in the job numbers now. And there's the tariffs. People in the business world, again, if you've been in the business world, and you understand what 1 + 1 still equals 2, is the tariffs are hurting. Because you can't make decisions. You don't know where you're going to stand, so you freeze on your hiring. All those things are showing up in the numbers now. Again, numbers do not lie, okay? So just because you don't like the number and letting somebody go, that just makes it worse. And then, of course, calling them fake. Everything isn't fake. Everything isn't phony. 1 + 1 is always going to be 2. What do you guys think about the whole thing going on here? I hope you guys have a great weekend. Really appreciate the comments, and I will talk to you guys on Monday. Have a good one.